Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining my presentation. Today, I will be discussing my field placement at CASA Trinity, specifically at Willow House, one of their residential programs. This presentation will walk you through the agency's history, mission, its organizational structure, its contributions to the community, and finally, my own role in learning as an intern. My placement is at CASA Trinity. CASA is an acronym for Council on Alcohol and Substance Abuse. CASA Trinity was founded in Geneseo, New York in 1974. It began as a small nonprofit with a mission to provide education, prevention, and referral services for families and individuals affected by substance use. Over the decades, the agency evolved through several expansions and merges, ultimately growing into one of the region's leading behavioral health providers. In 2022, CASA Trinity merged with the Council on Addiction and Recovery Services, known as CARES. This merge brought together two strong programs and expanded services across Livingston County, Cattaraugus County, Steuben County, Chemung, and Tioga in New York, as well as Bradford County in Pennsylvania. Today, CASA Trinity continues to operate as a nonprofit under the New York State Office of Addiction Services and Supports, or OASIS. Over time, CASA Trinity's mission has remained consistent, even as its services have diversified. The agency mission statement reads, to provide quality person-centered services that support whole person wellness and resiliency, fostering thriving individuals, families, and communities. That mission is carried out every day through its vision to transform lives and communities through a holistic approach to well-being, where every individual flourishes, families thrive, and communities prosper together. The agency is guided by 5 core values that shape everything that they do. These values are compassion, quality service, purpose, partnership, and progression. These values not only reflect the heart of the agency, but also its approach to treatment. Compassion emphasizes warmth and understanding in care delivery. Quality service commits to the agency to providing person-centered and effective treatment options. Purpose represents the shared belief that every staff member's work has a meaning and contributes to lasting change. Partnership highlights teamwork both within the organization and within the community. And progression demonstrates CASA Trinity's commitment to growth, innovation, and adapting and evolving to those who they serve. Within CASA Trinity's network of programs, Willow House holds a very special role. It opened in 2020 under CARS and became part of CASA Trinity after the 2022 merge. Willow House is a 90-day intensive residential program, providing structure, support, and education to individuals in recovery. The program operates around the clock and offers groups on relapse prevention, early recovery, nutrition, life skills, and more. It has 2 phases: stabilization, where clients are able to focus on their understanding of their substance use, they can identify triggers, and they can build coping strategies. In the rehabilitation phase, they are able to shift towards a relapse prevention plan. They start to build relationships, and they begin to prepare for community reintegration. The population served at Willow House includes adults over 18 years old with substance use disorders and often with co-occurring mental health needs. These individuals are seeking not just sobriety, but stability and long-term wellness. CASA Trinity's approach recognizes that recovery is not one size fits all. We meet clients where they are, honor their goals, and empower them to build meaningful lives. Beyond treatment, the agency also works to destigmatize addiction, promote education on the topic, and advocate for recovery as a lifelong process. By combining science and compassion, CASA Trinity continues to foster resilience, dignity, and hope. CASA Trinity has grown into a large and interconnected organization. At Willow House, each professional plays a specific role in supporting client recovery while still functioning as part of a unified team. At the top are our program directors, who are licensed social workers. They oversee daily operations, they supervise staff, and they ensure compliance with OASIS regulations. They are also responsible for documentation requiring a qualified health provider signature, ensuring that everything meets clinical and ethical standards. Next, we have the clinicians. There are 3 of them at Willow House who all provide substance use counseling through their own various tactics. They conduct assessments, they facilitate groups, and they help clients develop individualized treatment plans that address emotional, behavioral, and social recovery needs. We also have licensed mental health therapists who provides telehealth services, bridging the gap for residents who need more mental health care alongside their substance use treatment. Then there are the counseling assistants, which is the position that I currently hold. There are 2 of us, and our duties include Department of Social Service paperwork, referrals to next levels of care. We also run groups, both clinical and non, and in the evening when the clinicians are gone, we offer support and guidance. We act as a clinical bridge. We maintain structure, and we assist with crises, ensuring that residents feel supported. Personally, I have found that applying motivational interviewing and trauma-informed communication has helped me transform these responsibilities into meaningful interventions. This is something I have also been able to learn through my internship. Finally, there are our clinical technicians. They provide hands-on support. They assist residents with appointments, chores, daily routines, and they model accountability and consistency. They are often the first to notice client progress or challenges, making them a very vital link in client care. When viewed together, this structure works less like a strict ladder and more like a web of collaboration. Each role supports the other. Directors provide leadership, clinicians offer therapy, counseling assistants ensure continuity, and clinician techs provide daily structure. Our teamwork ensures that clients receive consistent, compassionate care, rooted in both professionalism and humanity. One of CASA Trinity's biggest contributions is how deeply it impacts both clients and the broader community. The organization goes beyond treatment. It builds understanding. It reduces stigma against substance use, and it promotes recovery as a shared social responsibility. Its comprehensive model addresses trauma, mental health, and social factors that influence substance use. By blending evidence-based practice with holistic methods, CASA Trinity provides care that feels both structured and human. Willow House excels at providing well-rounded, individualized care. Treatment is never one size fits all. Each plan is tailored to the person's needs, their strength, and the stage of recovery that they currently are in. Staff meets with clients where they are, allowing space for their setbacks and their growth and anything that's in between. Another strength is how we merge scientific approaches such as cognitive behavioral therapy, motivational interviewing, with holistic ones like nutrition and mindfulness. This dual focus supports the whole person with their mind, their body, and their spirit. Of course, no organization is perfect. CASA Trinity actively looks for areas that they can improve in. One area for growth is expanding their mental health care, especially in therapy person for co-occurring disorders and other types of support. Another is to create programming that allows more room for clients with cognitive delays or learning challenges. One way to do this would be to use simpler learning materials and more interactive hands-on learning methods. What stands out, though, is the agency's commitment to progression. CASA Trinity never stays stagnant. It constantly adapts, it focuses on learning, and it evolves to meet the changing needs of those that they serve. My role at Willow House has a unique and valuable experience because my job and my internship are one and the same. Working as a counseling assistant has given me the opportunity to connect to classroom learning with real-world practice in a very tangible way. What I've come to realize throughout this internship is that it has allowed me to see the day-to-day responsibilities that I have through a new lens. The lens of developing as a social worker. As a counseling assistant, I wear many hats. I handle the Department of Social Services paperwork, coordinate referrals, and I assist with treatment planning and help ensure that transitions between levels of care are smooth and well documented. I also facilitate groups and provide clinical support during the evening hours when the counselors are not present. This means I am often the person that the residents turn to for guidance, emotional support, or just someone to talk to after a long and difficult day. Before my internship experience, I often found myself viewing these tasks as duties, things I needed to complete to keep the program running. But through my social work training, I have learned to understand the why behind what I do. For example, facilitating groups is not just about filling time or keeping the clients occupied, or even just dumping information on them. It is an opportunity to build trust, promote peer connection, and empower residents to share their experiences. I have started applying techniques such as motivational interviewing in group settings, which helps clients to explore their ambivalence about change in a way that feels safe and non-judgmental. I have also become more intentional about using strength-based language and trauma-informed communication to create an environment of respect and psychological safety. These approaches has helped me view my interactions in a micro-level interventions that can influence how clients perceive themselves and their abilities to grow. Another area of growth has been recognizing the importance of boundaries and ethical decision-making. Working in a residential treatment setting means relationships can easily blur and clients see staff daily and trust develops quickly. Through my internship, I have learned how to maintain professional boundaries while still showing empathy and care. This internship has also helped me strengthen my macro-level awareness of the system clients are navigating. Tasks like completing DSS paperwork or coordinating with outside agencies might seem purely administrative, but they have shown me how systematic barriers, such as limited access to housing, transportation, and healthcare, directly impact the recovery outcomes. These experiences have inspired me to think more critically about how social workers can advocate for policy change and improved accessibility at both organizational and community levels. The most meaningful part of this experience has been recognizing how social work theories come to life in practice. For instance, system theory is evident in how every part of Willow House interacts, from staff collaboration to family involvement to community partnerships. Trauma-informed care is reflected in how we create safe environments to respond to a client's needs with compassion. And strength-based practice shows up every time we recognize a client's progress, no matter how small, as a step toward empowerment. Seeing these frameworks in action has given me a deeper appreciation for how theory and practice come together to create a meaningful change. In closing, CASA Trinity continues to expand and reach others through compassion and innovation. Willow House embodies that mission every day. This internship has shown me that even small acts of empathy, listening, and encouraging, as well as showing up, can create lasting change. It has reminded me why I have chose social work. This is to help people rediscover their strengths, rebuild their lives, and realize their worth. My work is something that is vital and important to my community and to recovery as a whole. Thank you for listening.